Hey everyone, it's Matthew here from the SDGC talking to Mitch for Tales of the Neon Sea. So for those that are not aware, this was a very successful Kickstarter, but what can you tell our fans and those that are unaware about this? What's the game about?
Okay, so Tales of the Neon Sea is I suppose, classically styled pixel art cyberpunk point-and-click adventure, which is quite a mouthful, I know. But yeah, the devs are they're very big into the pixel art aesthetic, and this is kind of their first foray into a larger scale PC game. So they're very excited about it, and we're very excited to show it off, and especially here at PAX.
Speaking of the pixel art, I mean, you can see from the trailer and just everything about it, the pixel art is gorgeous. The animation of the pixel art is really good. Like everything feels alive in the world. So I'm going to give you full credit. You know, as someone from the publisher, I know you worked very hard on the game.
Sure.
So what can you actually tell us about the dev team?
Okay, so the dev team are called Palm Pioneer. They're based out of a city in China called Chengdu, which is in Sichuan province. It's a very beautiful city. It's a very kind of laid-back city, but there are many indie development teams actually working on games there. So it's quite a unique part of China. So we're the publisher, Zodiac Interactive. We're based in Beijing, and we have a lot of back and forth with those guys, and we're very kind of closely knitted in terms of how we work with the game and what we do. Myself, I'm very heavily involved in like the localization and the bug testing. So all the language and all the kind of English-focused stuff in the game, that'll come from me. So it's there's a lot of text in the game. So
I was going to say that was my next thing. Is that this is a very text-heavy game,
Yes.
And how do you deal with that? Just what's the word I'm looking for? Juxtaposition where you have this very text-heavy game coming from China,
Sure.
but you're translating it and localizing it to make sense for a Western audience.
Sure. So, I mean, I've lived in China for a couple of years, and I'm familiar with like a lot of the cultural aspects of it there, a lot of the humor. So, what my job is to try and do the localization in such a way that I retain the aspects of the game that they've put in there. Like, I don't want to change anything to make sure that it fits our tastes and ignores all of the kind of like the Asian culture. So I want to try and hit that nice middle ground where you and I can play it and not be alienated by certain aspects, but still get what they've put in there and appreciate it for what it is.
And it's a fine line to walk. It's not easy.
Yeah, definitely.
How long has the game been in development? I know the Kickstarter wasn't too long ago, but
Yeah.
it has been a bit.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. It's been about, I'd say, over 2 years now at this point. The game in its original form was called Mr. Mist. That was before we came on board and helped out. The new name now is obviously Tales of the Neon Sea. We went through the Kickstarter. We were very happy with the way that worked out. We got a lot of great feedback from fans. And now we're releasing the game next month, the end of
April 30th, right?
Yeah.
You actually, there was a fun part in the demo where Mr. Mist walks up to an arcade machine and he reads a note and it's like, this game comes out April 30th. I was like, that was meta. I loved it.
I'm glad you caught that as well. That's cool.
So, we don't like to take up too much of your time. So, how can people follow you and follow the progress of the game and the dev and just support you?
Sure. So you can find us on Twitter at ZDC Interactive. That will have all of our updates regarding the game as well as other games that we're working on. So that's probably the best place to go to. We post there regularly, and we have kind of behind the scenes stuff. Because the devs are working flat out, we don't tend to have like exhaustive, in-depth looks at the studio and stuff like that. And I know some fans want that, and I totally get it. But the way the devs are working, like it's literally non-stop on this, and we're getting new builds every day, and we're trying to fine-tune those. But we try and put up as much as we can to let the fans see what we're doing.
And I mean, if we find success on Steam, is this a thing that we could hitting consoles in the future?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Switch port win.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, we get a lot of requests for that. From our perspective, we're working on a Switch port. We're working on a PS4 port. There may be more beyond that. I don't want to say too much on that because we haven't.
Yeah, you can't.
I mean, we got to get it out the door on Steam first, and then we'll lock down the dates for the others.
Exactly, that's how it works.
But that's definitely what we're looking at.
So the final question, and it's what we ask everybody, so don't feel too bad.
Sure.
In your heart of hearts, if you have to choose, cake or pie?
Oh my God. I'm going to have to go for pie, I think.
My man. That's 3. I love it. That's 3 in a row. All right, I'm just saying. I'm a pie fan myself. You chose wisely.
Yeah,
I will now fully recommend Tales of the Neon Sea. You passed the final test. Thank you so much for talking
No
to
worries,
us.
my
Do you
pleasure.
have any final words for anybody?
No, other than I just hope everyone enjoys the game. We're very excited to see what people think of it, and yeah, have fun.